All right, so I think that we are back with the recorder on, and the next thing we're going to do is this interpolation problem in Chapter 2, question 20. We are not going to do question 22 since you are not being held responsible for interpolation. But I do want to show you how to do cumulative frequencies and the cumulative percents, okay? So the question here is complete the final two columns in the following frequency distribution table and then use interpolation to find the percentiles and percentile ranks requested. So the first thing we have to do is complete the cumulative frequency and the cumulative percent. To complete the cumulative frequency is really pretty easy. You can see here that I have 4. So I mean, really, literally, that's going to oh, got to pick up my pen. Sorry. The 4 is going to transfer directly to the 4 in the cumulative frequency column, and then the next one we're going to take 6 and 4 is going to be 10, and 10 and 10 is going to be 20. And then 20 plus 15 is going to be 35, etc., all the way up. So that's how we're going to get the cumulative frequencies. And of course, with the other frequencies, we're just going to this is the formula right up here. So we're going to use the cumulative frequency equals the cumulative percent equals the cumulative frequency divided by the n. All right, and so in this one, if we add up all the frequencies, we're going to find that we have n is equal to 50. And so let's just go ahead and compute that for this particular one. We'll just do the bottom one because it's relatively easy. So if we take the cumulative frequency divided by the n for the bottom one, we're going to find that the bottom cumulative frequency is 4. If we divide it by 50, we're going to get 0.08, which is equal to 8%. And it just goes on like that up. So if we wanted to get the percent for this, we would take 10 over here and divide it by 50, and you're going to get 2, which is 20%, etc., all the way right up the line. And then the next thing it's asking us to do is find the percentile rank. So let's just go ahead and find the percentile rank. The first thing we want to do is just make a just go ahead and make a table. So the first question is what is the percentile rank for x equals 6? So we know that the real limits for that are really a half above and a half below. So we will go 7.5, 6, which is the question, is in the middle, and 5.5. Okay, and then we find that 7.5 is got an upper limit of 40%. If you look right here. So we'll bring that 40% over and write it right there. And the bottom limit is going to be 20, which we find right here. So we're just bracketing is what we're doing. This is the upper real limit, and this is the lower real limit. And then we don't know what's going to be in here. Well, we do know that, remember, the interval was half. So a half of 20 points equals 10 points. So we simply deduct 10 from 40, and we come up with 30. and that is the percentile rank for the first question. And the second one works exactly the same way. To interpolate the percentile, it is simply works exactly the same way. We just back into it, and you could take a look in the study guide for that. And again, you will not be held responsible for interpolation. What I'd like to do now is pop over and show you SPSS. So I'm going to put us on hold one moment. And we're recording again. And I just want to show you frequency distribution in SPSS. So I'm going to take the slideshow and just stop the slideshow. And this is SPSS, and for that last question, I took my frequency distribution and we had two tens. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9s, etc. And I just typed them in. I just created a variable like this. I'll just create another variable for you real quickly. I'll go to Variable View, and I'll create another variable called Y. We're not going to use this. I'll make it a numeric, and now we have it. I'm just going to go ahead and save that. And I'm just doing something on the other screen here. So now we're going to go back to data view, and we're going to, let's say we wanted to populate this. Let's say we had 6 8s. So we simply type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 8s. And let's say we had 9 4s. So we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's the way we populate data when we're typing data in. But for the X's, let's go ahead and take a look and recreate the frequency distribution with the cumulative percents from last time. So we're going to go up to Analyze, and we're going to go to Descriptive Statistics, because we're not doing inferential statistics yet, and we're going to go to Frequencies. And we are going to, you notice that I have two variables here. I have X and Y. We are going to use the X column, which is right here. So I'm going to bring over my X's, and then I'm going to go to the Statistics button, and I'm going to tell it that I want to know about percentiles. I want to know the mean, the median, and the mode. I want to know the distribution and the variance. And the next thing I want to know is the chart. I don't want any charts for this particular one. Oh, actually, you know what? It's a continuous number, so let's put in a histogram, put in a normal curve, and just to show you how it works. And then I'll continue on. The next thing that we want to do is hit OK, and then SPSS is actually going to compute the frequency table for us, and I'll just bring that right over here. Because it just computed it on the other screen. And we notice that we have the scores are frequencies of the scores, the percentage of them, the valid percent, and the cumulative percent. So it has figured out everything for us. And this is going from low to high. We could change that in the options. It has also given us the mean, the median, the mode, the variance, which we'll be talking about later, the skewness, which we don't have to worry about, the kurtosis, etc., and the standard error of the kurtosis. And you don't need to know that. And we'll just pop down here and look at the frequency distribution, and it's pretty close to a normal curve. The 6s are a little higher than an exact normal curve, but we find that the the mean or the average is 6.8, and that's what we need to know right now. The N is 50. So you could compare that to the manual work that you did in the last question in 20, although you're not responsible for that, and it will not be counted for your homework. It is still a good example to be used in your SPSS practice here. So that's it. SPSS, again, we're typing in the data, and we are then running it using the analyze function, descriptive statistics, frequency, and we're picking the variable that we want. So that is the second lesson in SPSS. Give it a practice. You could try typing in some other data and seeing what you get, and we will see you for the next lecture.